Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here today, welcome. My name is Dina, and this is Brooklyn and Millicent all snuggled up in their blankets on our bed. They kind of think they own the place, and they just might. I am so excited to have you here with us today. I would love for you to consider becoming a part of our little YouTube family. If you have not yet subscribed, all you have to do is hit that little red button down below, and it's absolutely free to you. Today is my first official Christmas Decorate With Me video, and it is taking place right here in our master bedroom. So I hope you will find some place comfortable to sit and enjoy the process as I transform our space into our little Christmas refuge. Millicent absolutely loves her blankie. Now, the first thing I wanted to tackle was the bedding, so I had to get them out of bed. I did purchase some new bedding a few months back for Christmas time, and I am so excited to bring it out. I kind of inserted a video of it before. It's beautiful. It is the same kind that we usually have on the bed, just a different color. But once I did get the bedding off, I did head straight outside to work on a couple transformations of some Dollar Tree products that I purchased. I am really hoping to create a little bit of a Victorian look when it comes to some of the pieces I am bringing into the room this year. I thought these simple little Dollar Tree Christmas trees would be perfect, especially after being touched up with some of that artificial snow. I think they came out better than I ever expected, but I will say it was a little messy. So just be forewarned, you will have a mess on your hand. Next, I wanted to try and see if I could touch up these little bottle brush trees with some paint, and they did so well, so that was exciting for me. I found these at the Dollar Tree as well, and that's a great buy for 2 small bottle brush trees. Once back inside, I got started on the garland above our headboard, and I will say it was a little harder to work with than the Costco one I had put here last year, but this year I decided to try the ones from Costco on my living room mirror, and of course I love them there, so I stuck to it and made this one work here, and in the end I love it too. I think it always looks so pretty above the bed during the holiday season. Now, I do have a strand of lights that I've had for so many years. I purchased these at Walmart probably, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 years ago. I think they are so pretty, and they do lend themselves to that Victorian look. So I definitely wanted to use them here in the room this year. Because the color of the bedding is so different than the normal green we tend to see in stores, I did purchase an extra pillow sham in order to create a smaller throw pillow of sorts. I simply inserted a smaller pillow, tucked the sham, and tied it all off with some of my decorative trim that I always have on hand from Hobby Lobby, and it turned out perfect. Because I loved my little Christmas tree here last year, I'm going to be putting it right back in this space once again. However, this year I did want to use something a little different to prop it up in, so I foraged around the backyard and came up with this simple black urn that I think is going to do the job. So I quickly cleaned it all up and it's perfect. Now, just like last year and years before my YouTube channel, I absolutely love the look of a Christmas tree just plainly lit by its lights, and that is all. So that is exactly what I will be doing here. But do not worry, I have a couple more trees going up around the house that will be decked out. So be sure to come back for those as well. Now on to a really simple and very inexpensive DIY. If you have been around my channel for very long at all, you will know that I absolutely love incorporating books and book pages into all of my decor. And so I broke out one of the books I have taken from before and began to roll up some pages, adding just a dab of glue to keep them in place, and then started gluing them to the form. Now, this small form is something I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and it's not really the best to glue to, but you can make it work. Once I got a couple rows of the rolled pages attached, I moved on to a folded version. I will be honest, I really didn't know what I was doing here. I knew I just wanted layers and I wanted to fold them in a way that all of the points would show up. Next, I moved on to another version by simply kind of pointing my finger down into the center of the page and gathering the page up around it to create texture once again. Here I am going for, again, a more Victorian look, and I thought it would be so pretty in the middle of this very inexpensive wreath that I have had for years from Walmart, and I love it. And of course, I had to add in a tassel somewhere. So I took another nail and poked it into the foam so I could have a place to not only hang the tassel, but this adorable little frame and Victorian print as well. Now onto our nightstands. I need to rid them of all the fall decor, clean them up a little, and then move on to decorating. Now I don't really want to add too much to them because we do use them at night, so having them full of decor would just become an inconvenience, but of course, a little won't hurt at all. Now I am so happy with my little Dollar Tree trees. I think they are perfect and exactly what I was going for. I might end up coming back in at some point and try to kind of fiddle around with adding some type of decoration made from book pages, but we will see. Right now, I love the way they look and I'm so glad that I tried this out. Of course, I'm going to add in a couple bottle brush trees, so I decided to add in the ones that I painted today and then a couple more that I picked up at Michael's. They are the perfect green for my bedding, and so I could not pass them by. Here on our little side chair, I just wanted to bring in some of that beautiful green and remembered one of my shawls is pretty similar in color. So I used that here as a throw and brought in another black pillow because, well, you can never have too many black pillows. Then I moved on to my little table and I'm going to continue using this little urn and moss, of course, but switch out the pumpkins for some bottle brush trees and an ornament that ended up being the perfect color. Over here on our table in the corner, I'm going to switch out the lamps, and I will say I love this one here. I'm going to pair it with this soft little church house in the snow print, which I purchased at Hobby Lobby last year, I believe, adding in a small pick of greenery and finishing it all off with a battery operated candle. This frame and mirror combo is my favorite thing to decorate here in the room. I'm going to reuse the garland I had up previously by simply intertwining it with the inexpensive one that you can find at Walmart. This will add in texture and obviously a pop of color as well. I'm going to pair it with this beautiful black candelabra and black candles and finish it off with an elegant ornament all found at Hobby Lobby, of course. In the end, I absolutely love the way the room came out. It has the perfect amount of Christmas, in my opinion, and obviously it lends itself completely to my style. But if I'm honest with you, by the end of the day, I was so flustered and just felt completely drained. I looked back and took a look at what I had done and thought, good gravy, Dina, why are you so spent? It was 2 o'clock and I knew I had just a short time to finish putting things away. The garage looked like who did it and ran, and I hadn't yet even did my tidying up routine before Ronnie gets home. I hadn't even started dinner for that matter. I thought surely that clock is gonna strike midnight before I can get the job done and everything will slowly turn to ruin. Yep, that is exactly where and how my mind works in 3.5 seconds flat. But I had noticed I had tried to do the day alone. Not one time had I stopped in the middle of my mania to just ask the Lord to help me, to calm me, to refill me. Nope, I took the reins and ended up in distress, holding up that white flag in total resignation by the end of the day. If I would have just taken just a few moments to remember that Jesus says, the one who believes in me, as the scripture has said, will have streams of living water flow from deep within him, I am sure the day would have turned out completely different. So this season, I encourage you to take those moments to stop and refresh in him. Make time to converse and talk with the one that gives us strength and courage to motor on, the one that this season is truly about. As I bring this video to a close, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by today. I hope to hear from you down in the comments below so I can say hello. I also want to wish you a wonderful rest of your week. Remember to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.